We haven't really seen a lot of new Oculus Quest games yet this year, but there are more coming, I promise. Today we're continuing our upcoming Oculus Quest games list with games that are supposed to be coming out sometime this year. If you missed the first video, you can check that out up here. Let's do this. First up is Guns and Stories Bulletproof VR. As a huge Western fan, I'm looking forward to checking out this wave shooter set in a crazy, not-so-normal Western story. Follow along with this zany and crazy story as you dispatch baddies and larger-than-life bosses using some traditional and not-so-traditional Western-themed weaponry. This game is a port from PC VR, and although I've not played the PC VR version, it does look like a heck of a lot of crazy fun. Definitely more of a parody than a serious Western with jokes and humor crammed into every seeming crevices. Yes, I know we already have quite a few wave shooter style games on the Quest, but I still love me a good duck and cover shooting game, and I really like the setting and art style for this game as well. Guns and Stories is coming to the Quest in the near future. Number 2, Pixel Ripped 1995. I mentioned this game in my Oculus Link video, but I wanted to mention it again here because it's making its way officially to the Quest. This game puts you in the role of 9-year-old David as you do your best to sneak in some gaming sessions without getting caught. Recruited by video game hero Dot, it's your goal to restore balance to multiple gaming dimensions. Set in the mid-90s at the dawn of the age of 3D video games, you'll play through familiar feeling games from platformers to RPGs. If you have any nostalgia about video gaming in the past, this is a must-have. Pixel Ripped 1995 is coming soon to the Quest store as well. Number 3, Untitled Boneworks game. Unfortunately, I left this game off of my last list on accident, and many of you noticed. If you don't know what Boneworks is, it's an amazing physics sandbox game on PC VR with a crazy story and ultra-realistic physics engine. The gameplay you're seeing here is the PC version, and we currently don't know what the Quest game is going to be about, or really anything. The devs have said they're working on a project that takes place inside of the Boneworks universe, but a totally separate game. Interpret that however you want, but the game is sure to push the Quest to its limits, trying to utilize all of its power for whatever physics engine they can implement. No date or any other information is available right now. Number 4, Sunshard. You may recognize the name Sunshard if you've kept up with or used SideQuest at all. The combat demo has been on SideQuest for quite some time now, and the team behind the game have received official approval for an Oculus Quest store release. Sunshard is going to be a dungeon crawling game with physics-based combat and looting. The physics the devs have been able to get into just the combat demo are already awesome, so I'm excited to see where it leads. If you want to check out the combat demo, you can do so through SideQuest, although the devs did say that aside from the combat itself, this demo is likely not going to be a reflection of the final project. It's great to see games like this start from a demo and eventually work themselves into a full-on Quest game. No release or timeline as of yet. Number 5, O-Shape VR. If you've ever seen the show Hole in the Wall, where people have to try to fit through a human-shaped hole in the wall, standing in a certain position, then O-Shape VR is pretty much that in VR set to music. It sounds weird, but it works really well. I've played the PC VR version, and although it was fun, I'm really looking forward to being able to play this game natively on the Quest. As you get better at striking the right poses, it'll start to feel more like a dance with the music pumping and your body moving, and it becomes a choreographed dance routine that is a good workout and a lot of fun. No release date yet. Number 6, Ironlights. Now this is a game I'm very excited about. Ironlights is a melee sword combat game that just finished up its successful Kickstarter. The game is totally playable already and will be going into beta in the next few days with a release in the spring. Having played this game on the Quest, I can say that it's super fun and very well made. In Ironlights, you get to choose from one of the classes, which will decide what weapon and fighting style you'll fight as. Whether you want to be a ninja or a knight, you'll be able to battle it out in the arena either in single player mode or online with friends or strangers. Another awesome aspect of this game is the local multiplayer that will allow for LAN multiplayer with no lag as you fight against your friends in the same physical space. With very well done weapons physics, amazing particle effects, and a unique slow motion based melee combat system, Ironlights came out of nowhere and it's got me really excited. Number 7, Garden of the Sea. Moving away from combat and music based games, which seems to be plentiful in VR, we have a unique and relaxing looking game in Garden of the Sea. In this game, you're given a small island with a cottage, and it's up to you to grow gardens, take care of the local creatures, and even journey across the sea to discover new areas. There is something so relaxing about just hearing the ocean waves and planting and working on a garden. Personally, I love the idea of this game. From cruising around in your boat to solving puzzles, this looks to be another unique and interesting game. Number 8, House Flipper. If you always wanted to jump into a fixer-upper house project, then this may be the game you've been waiting for. In House Flipper, you'll be mudding, painting, tearing down walls, and even staging the house for sale. The mechanics in this game look like fun, and it seems so far that instead of a series of just mini-games, you'll actually be able to decide how you want the house to look and what to do for projects. There are a lot of unknowns with this game so far, but it's shaping up to be a lot of fun, and for those of you who've dreamt of designing that perfect house, maybe this will give you a jump start on the dream. Number 9, 11 Table Tennis. I have to tell you, I spent hours playing ping pong as a kid, and this game brings back so many memories. There's already a table tennis game on the Quest, Racket Fury, but I personally like the simplistic and natural gameplay of 11 Table Tennis better. I've played an early build of this game, and it's already playing great. Table tennis is one of those things that you don't realize makes it better when you don't have a cable, because you can bounce back and forth at the end of the table and swat the ping pong ball. The game has a very realistic feel to the paddles and to the physics in the game. It just feels very natural to backhand the ball or even spike the ball and send it flying into your opponent's face. Needless to say, I've been practicing, so once the game releases, we may just have to get a table tennis league set up for BMF. Number 10, Battlewake. Released just last year on other VR platforms, Battlewake is supposed to still be making its way to the Quest. In Battlewake, you play as one of 4 mythical sea captains, each with your own unique skills and powers. Battle it out on the high seas in single player, PvP, or even co-op as you earn coins and purchase upgrades to your ship. Battlewake looks to be a crazy and over-the-top ocean battle game, and it puts you at the helm of the ship to soak it all in. Personally, the ocean is a scary thing to me, so the idea of going down in a sinking ship scares the crap out of me. I guess maybe this would give me an advantage due to the fact that I'd fight tooth and nail to stay afloat and not go down with my ship. No release date yet, but I'm hoping it's fairly soon as I'm curious to try this game out. Number 11, Contractors. If you're familiar with online VR FPS games, you've probably heard of Contractors. Well, Contractors is now making its way to the Oculus Quest, and having messed around in the alpha, it functions really well already. In Contractors, you'll join a team for some intense online multiplayer firefights. Customize your loadout with some great weapons and shoot your way to supremacy on the battlefield. Yes, there is another online FPS coming in the form of Pavlov, which is a great game as well, but I really enjoy the way the guns handle in Contractors, and I'm looking forward to jumping in and probably dying way more than winning. Number 12, Ninjato Shinobi Simulator. Now this is a game I can really get behind. What you're seeing here is very early gameplay of this game that is still in development. The devs of this project were accepted into Oculus Start last year and have been following the development of this game for several months. The concept is that you're a lower level shinobi taking care of missions from your master. You can utilize different types of period weapons, and you have to sneak around the maps without being detected while dispatching enemies. There'll be climbing, fighting, stealth kills, upgrades, and much more. Overall, I'm very excited to see where this project goes, as I really do love ninja games. You'll work towards increasing your rank in the clan in this game, and it uses virtual reality in a lot of cool ways, like physically crouching to hide in bushes or underwater. Sounds like a cool stealth game to me. Number 13, Groundhog Day, Like Father, Like Son. Although I haven't heard anything about the Quest version in a while, Groundhog Day, Like Father, Like Son is supposed to still be coming to the Quest. This game puts you in the role of Phil Connors Jr., the son of the original Phil Connors from the Groundhog Day movie. Just like your father before you, you're now stuck in a time loop on Groundhog's Day. You have to solve puzzles and play through an outlandish story to try to break the time loop and get things back to normal. The interactions in this game look like a lot of fun, and it's received overall positive reviews on Steam. Another fun story-based puzzle game that lets you do crazy things and interact with objects in the environment. I don't know why I love this style of game so much. Maybe it's because it's frowned upon to smash all the dishes on the floor or throw your toast at someone in real life. Number 14, Airranger. Airranger is a bow and arrow online combat game where you'll be soaring the sky from building to building as you dodge arrows and send your own arrows back at your opponents. In this game, you move with your arrows, so you shoot an arrow to move where you want to go, and you can even shoot at your opponents mid-air. Plus, with a variety of different arrow types and equipment, there's a lot going on in this game. If you're interested in a fast-paced game and want to be leaping and firing arrows, this is something to watch out for. Number 15, Ven VR Adventures. This last game actually hasn't been confirmed for the Quest yet. This is more of a hopeful addition to the list, and I hope the devs notice, and if they aren't already working on a Quest for it, they look into it. Ven VR Adventure is an amazing-looking platformer coming to PC VR. It reminds me kind of a mixture between Astrobot and Crash Bandicoot, which sounds insanely awesome. In the game, you help Ven save his planet from Bruce Nelson, who is trying to destroy the magical world in order to get his hands on an energy source to make him super powerful. If you've never played a VR platformer before, you're really missing out. Moss is a great example of a touching story and a well-done VR platformer. The single-player game has you working with Ven in a way that only VR would allow. And even after finishing the game, it sounds like there'll be other things to keep you coming back, like time trial mode for each level. Like I said, it reminds me of Crash Bandicoot. VR does amazing things to reinvigorate the 3D platformer genre, and this game looks to be another amazing entry. So there you have it. There is part 2 of our 2020 upcoming Oculus Quest games list. Which games off of that list are you looking forward to the most? Let me know down in the comments. If you want to get the most out of your Quest, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon. Plus, you can check out more videos right here. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.